Hello, honors pre-calculus students. The goal of this video is to show you how to check your work to the Ferris wheel problem using the TI 84 graphing calculator. So I'm going to show you how to type in this equation that I just highlighted in yellow. And in case you wrote a sign, I'm also going to show you how to type in this equation I'm highlighting in green. So the first thing we need to do is make sure our calculator is in radian mode. So you want to press mode, and down towards the bottom, or actually third line, you see radians. Highlight radian so it's flashing and press enter. Okay. Then I'm going to press the y equal, and I'm going to clear out any equations I might have. And then in y1, I'm going to say negative 70. Cosine. Now you got to be careful here. I'm going to put a parenthesis, and then I'll say 2 pi divided by 7. I'll close the parentheses for that fraction times x, close the parenthesis for the cosine function, plus 80. And now I want my graph to look like what I see on paper, so I'm going to press window. I always like to see the axes, so for x min, I'm going to say negative 7, since that's the period. For the x max, I'm going to go a little bit past 7. I'll go 7 plus 3.5, so I'll go a period and a half, so maybe 10.5. For the scale, since the period is 7, I'm going to go by 3.5s, half of the period. I always like to see the axes, so I'll leave negative 10. The maximum occurs at 150, so for the maximum I may go up to 170, just to go a little higher. And the scale, I think I'm going to make that 10. And then when I hit graph, I should see what I see on paper. So I'm going to hit graph and take a look at this. Now if I press trace, just to check a point, it's sitting at 1.7580, which is a point on my graph. I'm going to type in 3.5, and it is also sitting at 150, which is a point on my graph. So therefore I know I did this problem correctly. Now sometimes the graph is a little more complicated, so I'm going to show you how to type in the sine function. So I'm going to press clear here, and I'm going to say 70 sine, and again I'm going to put parentheses, 2 pi divided by 7, close the parentheses for the fraction, parentheses x minus 1.75, and then I'm going to close the parentheses for the x minus 1.75, and then close the parentheses for the sine function, plus 80. And then when I hit the graph, just to check this, I'm going to hit trace. Notice 1.7580 is on the graph, and I'm also going to check at 3.5, so I'll type in 3.5, hit enter, and notice that is the other maximum, which is half of the period.